So at and transportation. So at, it's not an interesting preposition when we talk about transportation because it's not pretty much used. So forget about at. Let's talk about on. So on, you always have to think that it's something big and then you can share. So think about all transportations that are big and you can share. So as soon as I think about preposition, some kind of transportation that there are big transportations and I can share, I come up with a sentence like I am on the bus, on the train, and on the subway. So basically big transportations that I share. And of course you can also say that he's on the plane, because plane, it's a big transportation and then you share, of course. But always remember that in this case, this plane, it's not a private jet. So there you go. So then let's talk about in. Think about small transportations, things that you normally share. And then, of course, when it's something that I can share, I come up with a sentence like she is in the car, she's in the plane, she is in the taxi, for example. But always remember that when I'm talking about that she is in the plane, I'm talking about a private jet, pretty much. By. So by is something easy because by, it's not about big transportation or small transportation or anything like that. It's basically how you get to a place. So when I say a sentence like I go to work by car, by taxi or by bus. So basically I'm telling you how I get to a place. I get there by car, I get there by taxi, I get there by bus. It doesn't matter I'm talking about something small or if I'm talking about something big. By, it's always how to get to a place. The second thing is location. So location and at. So remember that location and at is something really specific. I come up with a sentence like I am at home, I am at work. So this is a really specific place when I say that I'm at home. So just to remember this symbol in English that pretty much use it in mails, the name of this is at. And then you say my email address is carvaliofrank@hotmail.com. And by the way, this is my real email. If you have any questions, just feel free to send me some doubts. On. On, it's used when we talk about surface. Like on a surface of something. I come up with a sentence like the picture is on the wall. So if you see this sentence, when I say that the picture is on the wall, basically the picture it's on the surface of the wall. That's why we have to use this preposition. The famous sentence as the book is on the table. Nice example. When you say that the book is on the table, the book it's in the surface of the table. Talking about in. In, I automatically remember inside. Things that basically you don't see. Of course, it's not that definition, but you don't see it. Like, they are in the classroom. So, the people are in the classroom, so I don't see them. So that's why I use this preposition, in. By, typically use it to express something that it's near. Like, I live by the bank. So when I say that I live by the bank, what I'm telling you is that I live near the bank. Let's come back and discuss these two prepositions again, related to location. So, when I talk about technology, I come up with these two phrases that I like a lot. I watched this video in YouTube, and my photos are in my computer. So if you just think a little bit, what do you want to express on these two sentences? Basically, you want to express where I find this video and where I find my photos. So when I'm talking about technology and I want to inform where I find something, you always have to use the preposition on. Like, I watched this on YouTube and my photos are on my computer. So always think about it when you're using these two prepositions related to technology, because where you find something, it's always on. The third one that we will talk is time. So then we come with at again. Remember that at, it's something really specific when I talk about time. At, normally it's always something specific. So specific and time, I come up with a sentence like, I will meet you at 5 p.m. So I will meet you at 5 p.m. Not at 4, not at 5:05, not at 5:10, at 5 p.m. A specific thing. On. Remember days of the week. So when you're talking about days of the week, you have to use the preposition on, but it's not a why you use it, just to use it. I would travel on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday. It doesn't matter. If it's a day of the week, you have to use on it. In, you have to consider two things. Number one, long periods. Then I come up with a sentence like, she works in the summer. I say in the summer because summer, it's a long period. The second thing, it's part of the day. So, and then I come up with a sentence like, she works in the morning, in the afternoon, and of course, remember the exception at night. So this is just, part of the day, but at, you have to say at night. Of course, you can say in the evening. It's not here written, but you can use it. By. It's always related to limit, like a deadline. When I say, I will be in your house by 7 p.m. So by 7 p.m. means that maybe before I can get to your house. Maybe at 6, maybe at 5, whatever. But this is my limit. I'm not going to arrive at your house after 7 o'clock. Let's come back and talk about in and on again, related to time. It's pretty much interesting because I like in and on, right? I always talk about in and on all the time because you have many exceptions. So let's consider date. Imagine the phrase when I say, when is your birthday? So I come up with two answers. It's in May. So basically, if you remember what I said before, in May, it's like 30 days. So what is this? It's a long period. So the second answer would be, it's on May 15th. So here then, I come up with a very specific day. So in this case, you have to use on. So you say in May, when you're not in it specific, so 31 days. And on May 15th, so if you use a number, you have to be specific, and then you come up with a preposition on.